Welcome back to the channel. We are back with our Scooby-Doo reaction and the last of the Pup Named Scooby-Doo series. So we are back with Season 4 of Pup Named Scooby-Doo, which is going to be another 3 episodes. So today will be the Were-Doo of Doo Manor, released on August 3rd, 1991. Episode number 1 of Season 4 and episode number series 202. So last season, Season 3, which was last week, we rated a 4 out of 10 for the first episode, a 5 out of 10 for the second, and a 6 out of 10 for the third. So it slowly got better, and then the average score for that one was a 5 out of 10. Season 2 was also a 5 out of 10, and then Season 1 was a 5.3 at 8 out of 10. Season 4 is probably going to be more of the same, but just a nice little kind of average off show for me so far. Definitely better than the Scrappy-Doo era, but not as good as the Scooby-Doo show or any other series. So let's just get right into it this episode because we got some catching up to do. The Were-Doo of Doo Manor. In the middle of checking Scooby's sleepover at Doo Manor, the encounter that goes to Scooby's cursed relative Nasty Doo, who's out to turn the curse on Scooby. The only way to stop it is for them to leave Doo Manor forever. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Let's see if there's any trivia for this episode. Though Mama Doo's fur was light brown in her previous appearance and cursed the collar, but in this episode it's the same color as Daddy's and Scooby's. And then in the cutaway flashback to when Scooby found a Were-Doo mask in the hole in the basement as Velma was explaining how she solved the mystery, the mask is of Nasty Doo, not the light beige colored mask Scooby actually found and used for his Were-Scoob disguise. And that's all that we really have for this episode. Nothing really crazy. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Just a thumbnail main image, it already looks a bit creepy for the monster itself, so it's going to be pretty fun. Let's get right into it.
Like it was my favorite way to spend the weekend. A sleepover at the home of my pal, a pup named Scooby-Doo. Like you'd think 300 pizzas would go a little farther, Scoob.
300 pizzas,
Next
oh
time you order
man.
extra large. Indoor swimming pool, lit tennis court, and like I love playing
Man, why is there so cool for a Doo Manor?
Turn your own pizza box into
Wow.
furniture, Scoob.
Welcome to Monster Theater.
Change it.
This week featuring lots of monsters and yuck. Turn it off.
All the different monsters on the
Next
TV.
week, the sooner we get up and eat breakfast.
That's a way to go to bed. Yeah, think about your next meal. Nice. There's the monster of Doo Manor. There he is. I love how he's also taking part in the snack crate. Nice.
We need your help.
Here they are, his parents. So it was the musical scene earlier, so I just
Like you mean a
pushed through it.
But nothing works.
Yep, getting to help him out, of course. I thought Velma just had the pizza ready to go. That's awesome. And then put it in like the Velociraptors. Nice.
It was a Were-Doo. Next up, Were-Doo Manor.
Freddy.
Sorry.
Come on, guys. Jeez, man, like an
I have
archaeologist.
made an amazing discovery. And one digs through the second floor, one falls to the first floor.
That's a good discovery.
Oh, he's Professor Digme, and he's tracing our family tree.
Professor
I'm
Digme.
researching the...
I'll bet that's how he got the name Nasty.
Wow, that mind of yours never stops working, Freddy.
He once upset a sorcerer who turned him into a were...
Don't see that word will have another
So
two
Nasty Doo got turned into a
He turned
werewolf.
Nasty Doo into
Okay,
a
interesting.
monster. Once he sets foot in this house during a full moon.
First son of every 7th generation? That's so... Wow. Oh, the uncle. Oh, he's already... That's a completely different costume. Nice. Good old trampoline from Velma. Sweet. Nice. That's the way to do it. Good job, boys. Oh my gosh. The uncle. Wow.
Like I can't believe Scooby's uncle would like this spooky stuff. I love bats.
Of course, the bat sound effect from the OG series.
Oh no!
Is
It's
the,
over here, Scoob.
yeah,
You must be
Horton
trying to
Builder
go
scientist uncle.
It's
So we
only a
have
mock Shaggy.
2 suspects technically so far. Professor Digme and Beyond Doo, which I don't think it will be. Ketchup and mustard, Scooby snack. Alright, that's one more eaten. Alright, there we go. Super Sniffer running and putting the skirt up. Nice. Good job.
Huh? How do we move the bookcase?
She found that so quickly. He was immediately back there. That was creepy pushing back there next time.
Like you like him?
He just had a meteor. I think he kind of grabs under his spade, just kind of Looney
Yeah,
Tunes
it's all
style.
pin the tail on the donkey.
You could have captured him right there, though. Yeah, so mud underneath his feet. It has to be Professor Digme, right? Because he's the only other kind of like non-Doo. I feel like the Doos are too good of people to want to do that. The puppies.
Thank you.
And he has the party hat. Yeah, so it's obviously him.
You fall onto the second
Okay.
floor?
And that's the mask that's completely different from the one that they call. Yeah, Velma Scooby are still besties.
We have got to dig ourselves out of here before he finds us.
There's digging through the cement
We're not scared of
garage.
you anymore.
Nice.
You're not.
Where's Scoob?
Wow. I like that Scooby more boxes. That's
Ew,
awesome.
that's terrible, that's horrible, that's gross.
Well, that's one way to do it. Dig through and like he put on his hard hat. Good safety
Like I really dig
protocol.
that trap, Scoob. Get it? Dig that trap? Dig? We knew Dude,
So it has to be Dignity because they brought in that lady
We're so
randomly to
proud.
try to
Oh,
redirect us, but it's
So
not.
who is the monster?
I think you're both wrong. It's red herring. This is the 10,000th time you've accused me of doing something I didn't do.
Here's a plaque to commemorate the event.
Ooh,
Nice.
golden wiener.
10,000
Congratulations,
times.
Jones. You're a wiener among wieners. Oh boy, this will look great next to my Doofus of the Year award.
Oh god, Fred.
Actually, the monster is none other than...
The way it's
First,
set
when I
up with his
suspected the
body
professor
type
was
is so
gonna creature dirt
weird.
onto the floor. It was the same type of dirt that was found where the professor was digging. Then the professor dropped the monster's birthday hat. But when Scooby found the creature's costume where the professor was digging, I knew for sure he was the monster.
Yeah,
What was he after?
exactly.
He was trying to find this, the missing link clue. This discovery would have made him famous.
Yes, and I would have gone away
Really?
with it
So
too.
there's a
if not
version of that for the
cuddly
Scooby-Doo clan? Interesting. Yeah,
Don't worry,
Scooby
Scooby,
destroyed
Professor
that
Nick
whole
will
entire
curse.
floor.
There's
That's gonna be
nothing
like
else to do.
That's
$500
great.
for
Did you
him.
hear that, Scooby? You're not going to turn into a weredo.
Freddy.
Oops, sorry.
Taking care of family curses better than my pal, a pup named
Scooby-Doo.
That was fun and cute. It's nice seeing the Doo family again. We had a random uncle instead of like his cousins and his nieces and everybody else that's appeared in the previous Curse of the Caller episode. But it's nice seeing his parents again. The suspect was pretty obvious. They brought in that lady as kind of like a quote unquote red herring, besides red herring. But overall, not too bad of an episode. I thought it was fun, and I liked how the villain seemed kind of creepy, legit, bringing Scooby's property damage up by $500 to be $1,250. Scooby also had one more Scooby snack eaten, bringing his total up to $10,639. I think I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. I like just the kind of just simplified nature of it. It was cute. Velma and the gang helping Scooby with his issue, making sure he doesn't turn into an evil werewolf. Also similar to Reluctant Werewolf, the movie with Shaggy, where he turned into a werewolf. So both buds have turned into werewolves. Even Daphne's turned into a werewolf. So that's 3 members of the gang so far that have turned into a werewolf, which is pretty fun as well. So maybe we'll see if Fred and Velma ever get there. That'd be pretty cool to see if all members of the gang become werewolves. I think 6 out of 10 is going to be a good score for this one, starting us off pretty strong as we get into next week's episode, or starting off pretty strong as we get into tomorrow's episode, which will have 3 different mini episodes in it, so we'll see how that ends up going out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for that. Thank you so much for watching. Going to keep it short today. Have a great day.